Hey, what's up, everybody? So whoa, so I had all this gear set up. I just did a virtual con, and if you want to check it out, you can go to homeconofficial.com. I believe they got a Vikings panel going on right now. I just did a panel with it was a cast reunion from the TV show Heroes, which was pretty awesome. I was a big fan of that show. Um, and I had all this gear set up, so I was like, hey, let's do some Q&A for a little bit, right? So I'm not at Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash. This is a cleverly placed green screen, and yeah, I don't know if you want to ask a question. Go ahead. I have some clips over here. I might roll up, but yeah, I'm still I have all this energy from this panel that I just did. So it was 6 members from the TV show Heroes. David Anders, Jack Coleman, Sundil Ramamurthy, um, Jimmy Jean Louis, and my buddy Greg Grumberg from Geeking Out and from Star Wars and Star Trek. And it was pretty cool. It was like herding cats, though. When you get 6 people together, I mean, this goes in podcasting too. When you get 6 people together, it's not really a mess, but you kind of have to direct who to ask questions and stuff too. So and who talks when, and just so nobody just so nobody talks over each other. So yeah, so my friend Scott Hoverman, here, let's should we do the big banners here? Should we do the big one? Let's try the big ones here. Yeah, since I'm multi-streaming to like 8 different outlets right now, you won't see the little photos. So maybe I'll go, yeah, let's go big. Let's go big. Scott Hoverman, what's your favorite ice cream? All of them, I guess. I'm eating a lot of ice cream, which, quarantine, end of the world. So it's not good for you. But if you're gonna go out with some ice cream. I initially bought a bunch of stuff so me and my kids could make sundaes, and then we kept making them. So you start with a vanilla or a strawberry, and then you gotta go whipped cream, and then the sprinkles, and then the butterscotch, and then the chocolate syrup, and then you gotta get the maraschino cherries. That's the only way to do it. So, um, yeah, Scott Haverman, do you shave down there? Yes, of course. There is a photo of me in a speedo and without trimming or grooming down there. It would have been a mess. Let me see. I'm actually so, um probably against my better judgment. I'm actually selling that photo. Let me see if I can pull up a photo of it. If you want to buy it, I'll autograph for it. I'll autograph it for you and I'll send it out to you. Let me see if I can find the photo here. Yeah, this is going to be small, but this is the teaser of what you could own if you wanted to. This is the Ming Chen autograph 8x10 of me in an orange speedo from Comic Book Men. You can get it shipped for mere $15. I will sign it to you any way you want it to. So it's perfect for a birthday present, anniversaries. Maybe you're celebrating something special. Go to ashareduniverse.com, head into the store, and you can buy the Ming Chen autograph 8x10 in a speedo. But to answer your question, Scott, without shaving, it would have been a mess down there. As you can see, I'm pretty hairless anyways, so maybe I will hit puberty over this quarantine. Who knows? Jeremy Ween, hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I know you produce shows. Produced uh, Jeremy produced a lot of things that we've been involved in. One of my favorite people. And without there are no shows right now, so it stings. So he's asking if I baked any bread lately, and I can't get any yeast. I would love to try. I've never done it before. I've had friends who do it, and they're baking these gorgeous bowls of bread that would perfect. Pull it out of the oven, slice it, throw some butter on there or whatever. But you need bread in general, you need yeast to make bread. All the yeast is gone because everyone's baking right now. So I'm trying to get some hands on some yeast. Matthew Lipsco, Ming, what's up? I'm live streaming. I thought I'd do some Q&A for a little bit. So um and people were like, how you been keeping sane? How are you during this quarantine? I've been doing great because I've been live streaming with people. If you follow me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever, or Twitch, you can see I've been live streaming up a storm, and it's cool because you can add other people in here. Or this is how we've been keeping our podcast studio going. We've been setting up live streams and remote podcasts for people. It's really keeping me sane, being able to talk to actual human beings. So, which is cool. Mike Howell, any chance of a Comic Book Men reboot? I haven't heard anything, but I'm thinking some what I hear in the industry right now is that when it, they're shut down right now, but when it does come back, there's going to be this huge backlog because everybody's got these projects that they were working on that they were supposed to shoot right now and they can't. So when they're finally able to, there's going to be this huge backlog of people who need to create production. So there's going to be the resources are going to be kind of tapped. I think sets, locations, crew, money, like all this stuff is going to be tied into these productions. So, and then what I'm thinking is, so when things are back, that there's going to be a demand for who can produce the quickest and best quality content that'll get out there first. And I'm thinking, well, comic book man, well, we're cheap. We don't require a lot of resources. Our crew was very small, so if we still need to be distant and wear masks, that's not a problem. And we're ready to go, man. If you told me like in an hour that we're gonna start shooting again, I'm down, man. I'm in. So I don't know. Who knows? Does that would that favor us into maybe coming back? I was like, hey, let's just roll some comic book men out there. We could shoot that cheaply, quickly, easily, get it out there very quick. Because when we were in production, we would shoot from like July to August, like August into the beginning of September. It's about 2 months, and they would literally roll it out in October when The Walking Dead came back. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, would that maybe play a factor in possibly coming back? I don't know. I'm even like, who do you write to see when we come back? AMC? I don't know. Maybe Netflix? I have no idea, but that would be awesome. So, John Rivera, the Mighty Ming, how are you, good sir? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I got my Death Wish coffee. I got my alcohol supplies are good. Food is good. Toilet paper is good. Everything is good. Everything is pretty good. So, um, which was pretty cool. The Tenderloins from all the way from Scotland. Hello, the Tenderloins UK. How are you doing? I'm dying to get back to Scotland. I was reminiscing about I think I spent 5 days in Edinburgh, not that long ago, and it was really amazing. And I want to get back soon, very soon. So, Dan Lawson, hello, our longtime friend Dan Lawson just dropped off some of his comic books over at the Secret Stash. Did it safely. We had it all coordinated. You can call the store right now and order one if you want. Or Dan, if you got an online link, throw it up. So, Juan Carlos Florido, Guatemala loves you. I love Guatemala. Is there a Comic Con there? I would love to go visit there when we're legally able to. So, Juan Carlos, hello. Brian Michael West, do the guys at the shop still always give you a hard time? Yes. And if you listen to any of our podcasts, you'll see it's even worse in real life. So yeah, they haven't let up. I saw Walt, I think 2 days ago, and yeah, it doesn't let up. This is what we do in New Jersey. This is how we show love in New Jersey. We bust on each other. We make fun of each other. We love each other, but it's it's pretty crazy. It's all making fun of and busting balls. So for sure. Um, so uh, Awesomatius, hello, Cody Williams. Hello, Shay Zombie. Hey, dude, how you been, man? Shay, I've been doing pretty good. Live streaming. Luckily, we've kind of for anybody who watches, we run a podcast studio, and traditionally, people would come down in person and um, podcast, and it was great. And I loved the face-to-face interaction. I loved people busting on each other, or we had people come in and talk serious business sometimes, and they would make connections and they would network, and I thought that was really cool. So, and now that we're not able to do that, it sucks. But I was like, hey, well, we can connect everybody online. We've been doing it for years. I just didn't want to lose that kind of face-to-face ball busting interaction that you would get when you were all together. Uh, for any fans of any comedy podcast, like Tom, Steve, Dave, I think they've done some remote episodes, but I think they work best when they definitely work best when they're together. So, and luckily we're able to get that together. You can make fun of people through a computer screen, so it's pretty awesome. So, Dennis Spencer, can you play guitar? I cannot. However, I do have a guitar. Hang on, let me see if I can. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Um, Hang on, I'm looking for it. I think I have it right. I do have a guitar around here. I'm literally looking for a guitar in all this mess, and I can't find it. Like, where the hell did I put it? All right. All right. Anyways, well, if I find it, I'll pull it up. So, many years ago, Mike and I went to the Talking Dead, the Walking Dead TV after show, and while we were there, Chris Hardwick stands up and he's like, "Hey, everybody here gets a Walking Dead guitar," and we're flipping out. And I'm like, "Hey, I can learn guitar now. I have a guitar." And I went onto YouTube and I learned how to play like the first 5 notes of all my favorite songs, and then I kind of gave up. I'm like, "This is hard." So I would love to take lessons one day and really learn to shred, start a band maybe, but that's we'll see about that. Gary Promise, how has the stash been doing since the shutdown? So we were down for 8 weeks. Store is still closed. Mike was mail ordering our customers comic books, but then our friend Sal from a website and a YouTube channel called Comic Pop was like, "Why don't you guys do like boxes? Pack together some boxes, like a blind box, like a loot crate or something." But the twist would be that you and Mike and Walt and Bryan would pack the box, and you could sell these. And they've taken off. Started these a little over a week ago, and they've been. I can see the hairy look in Mike's eyes, as if like, why did I decide to do this? Why did I decide to do this? But I think he's got like 300 or 400 orders that he's got to pack now. So if you've ordered one, they're on their way. They're going to take a little while to pack all of them and ship them and all that. If you haven't, head over to jayandsilentbob.com. Order one up. You can get one as low as $25. You can go all the way up to $100. And of course, the stuff you get is worth more than retail is worth more than you paid for it. So you're getting pretty good value for that. So, yeah, check that out for sure. Chad Colebank, hello. If you're still watching, Chad Colebank is the guy behind Tweeterhead, my most favorite statues in the world. And we have many Tweeterhead statues in here. We have a Superpowers Batman in here. I have a Linda Carter Wonder Woman. I have a Julie Newmar Catwoman, and I have the Glass Bottle City of Candor, which but they're coming out. If you go to tweeterhead.com, they have the most beautiful statue that I can't wait until it ships over here to the US. It's actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up because it is a thing of beauty. And this is what geeks like us flip over. I had read the New Teen Titans when they came up, but Mike Zapcic really got me into them. The George Perez artwork and the storylines. And Mike actually even has a letter from the editor from an issue, I think New Teen Titans 24 or 26. You can see young Mike Zapcic wrote a letter to the editor. But Tweeterhead has coming out. Check this out. This is a Starfire statue based off the George Perez artwork. Sculpted by Sam Greenwell and Jack Matthews. These guys, and painted by Jason Wires. This thing is absolutely amazing. Should be coming out very soon. I just saw a video where they went through and I think they videoed all the ones in the production before they got packaged up. And this one's coming out soon. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. So big shout out to Chad Colebank and Tweeterhead for sure. So, hello, Misty Carter, my favorite second favorite comic guy. Kevin Smith is number one. Fair enough. Kevin Smith's number one as well. So for sure. Awesome Asia. Sad I won't be running with you at the Asbury Park 5K this year. Yeah, I'm getting back out there on the road. I haven't run in a long time, and it's tough. It's tough, man. So Craig Linderman asks, hello, Craig, how are you? Stash about to open back up. Listen to tell him Steve, Dave, and Sunday Jeff was in there tooling around. So they're in there packing up all these blind boxes that's going on. I mean, as soon as legally allowed to open up, Stash will open up. I don't know when that's going to be, though. Could be end of the month, could be into June. I think this area and then close by New York has been hit hard, especially. And yeah, I mean, I got to applaud all the powers that be for doing it slowly. I think until we have a vaccine, it's not really that safe to go out there, without, especially not good to go out without masks and stuff. So I saw in Wisconsin, people are already partying at bars and stuff. I don't know, man. I think this thing is pretty highly contagious. So until then, who knows? Bert Kennicott, who is your favorite of the X-Men if you have one? I want to be cliche and say Wolverine. Like I loved Wolverine when I was in high school because here's this dude. It was mainly because of his height. Wolverine's listed at 5'3", so he's not Hugh Jackman tall. Like Hugh Jackman's what 5'10", 5'11". Wolverine in the comic books is 5'3", so I'm 5'4". So I was like, whoa, there's a superhero, an angry one with adamantium claws of that shorter than me, and he's a badass. That's cool. And I remember one of my friends from high school had a page, had a panel taped up to his closet. It was Wolverine walking through a metal detector, and the TSA guy, or before this was before TSA, but he was like, "Sir, could you empty out your pockets, please?" And of course, the adamantium skeletal structure was the thing that set off the metal detector, and that thing made me laugh. So that was that really made me laugh. So Rick Chimrock, hey Ming, Miss Comic Book, Miss Comic Biak Men. Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much. Vince Gentile, all the way from Eugene, Oregon. What's been your favorite video game of choice during the quarantine? So everyone's been playing Animal Crossing. I want to get to Final Fantasy VII, the remake. My kid has all the game systems. I cannot, and I can't blame him. If I were a kid during this quarantine, they're like, "Hey, don't leave the house and stay inside." I'd be playing video games 24/7, which is what he's been doing. So I don't know what he's on right now. He was playing a lot of Fortnite. I don't know what he's on right now, but maybe I can. I gotta steal one of those gaming systems back, man. I want to play Final Fantasy VII remake. When the first one came out for PlayStation back in 96, 97, I was hooked. I remember being at work and waiting for the clock to hit like 5:30 so I could race home and play Final Fantasy VII. So that was pretty cool. Ming, who's your favorite fanboy person you've ever met? What's your biggest fanboy moment, and why is it why is it meeting me in Traverse City Comic Con? Yes, Matthew Jordan, our very loyal listener, or one guy who tunes into almost every live broadcast that I do. I fanboy over you. I always fanboy over you. God, I've met so many people. Stan Lee is definitely one of them. Like every single time I met Stan, it was an amazing moment. But anyone from the Star Wars universe, Mark Hamill was a big one. Carrie Fisher was a big one. When Ralph Macchio came in and taught me how to wax on, wax off, that was a big one. Jim Lee was definitely a big one. But I'm trying to think going forward if there's anybody I would kind of really flip out over. I've been watching The Office a lot. This is actually my first time watching it, going through the run through. I've hit season 9. And so it was pretty cool doing the Heroes panel earlier. Got to talk to Jack Coleman, who played Senator Lipton in The Office and was HRG in Heroes. That was pretty cool. I fanboy now more now than I ever have because now I get to meet all these people. So it's pretty cool. But my taste lean towards sci-fi. I remember I was up in Calgary once, and Christopher Lambert from Highlander was supposed to be there, and I spent all this money overnighting my favorite Highlander poster up to me in Calgary so I could have him sign it. And he had to bail because I think his mom got sick. And I don't know if that will ever happen again. I got to shake Keanu Reeves' hand at New York Comic Con a couple of years ago. That was pretty awesome. So, I mean, the list goes on and on. There's so many people. So, Joseph Keith Ellis, where's Ming in 5 years? What do you like to be doing? I would love to be running a shared universe podcast studio, and I would love to oversee maybe 10 or 20 of these studios all around the world in 5 years. I think we can do it. I want to do it now, but we need money and we need time. And thank God we didn't do it right now. It would have been pretty awful during the pandemic. But in 5 years, I would love to see I would love to help people live stream and podcast in cities all over the world. So, and not only just have kind of a studio in the world, but I would love to be affecting the community as well. I would love to be helping, charities and anybody who needs help broadcasting whatever signal that they have going on. So, whether it be a business or a bunch of geeks who just want to argue about movies, or a charity, that would be amazing. But hello, Lael and Jennifer are part of Blue Sun Interpreting. They were doing all the ASL sign language during HomeCon this weekend, and I can't be happier that they're doing it. So what you will see if you tune into HomeCon, if you hop onto twitch.tv/HomeConOfficial, you'll see the panels side by side windows, and then you'll see a panel window with Lael or Jennifer signing the panelists. So I think that's pretty funny. I threw a question in the comments. It was like, is it okay not to watch the person on the panel, and can we just watch the ASL sign language interpreters? Is it okay to fall in love with the interpreters? That I'm just yes, and I think it is. So Connor Metcalf, what's up? Gary, Bert, hope comic book comes out back. Me too. Gary Hill, favorite movie to binge that's not a franchise. Oh God, that's a great question. I want to say like The Lost Boys, although I think The Lost Boys should have a franchise. What else is coming to mind? I love the two Jon Favreau, Vince Vaughn movies, Swingers and Made. Although you can kind of put those together as if it was a franchise. I love those two as well. Shawshank Redemption, that message of hope, especially in this time right now. That's not a franchise. That's definitely one I should go back and watch again. Hackers, the movie Hackers. I rent and rewatched that very, very recently. Those are ones that just really come to mind for sure. So, Derek Churchwell, do you like Cinnabon? Yes, I do. I don't know if there are any Cinnabons open right now, but who doesn't love a Saul Goodman Cinnabon for sure? So, Joseph Morning with 2 G's. Hi, I'm in Evansville, Indiana, Secret Headquarters. Big shout out to Secret Headquarters. I don't know if they're up and running right now in Evansville, Indiana, but I know they're doing curbside, and I know they're doing online orders as well. Grab some from there. Favorite celeb moment from Derek Archie. First and foremost, gotta be the first time I met Kevin Smith. I met him up at the ViewSkew office back in 1996 after we announced, after we started the ViewSkew website project. So that's one. Stan Lee has definitely got to be up there as well. So for sure. Closest to your old show is El Rey Nation. I have not watched it. I love the El Rey Network though. And so speaking of El Rey, stay tuned. Possibly, maybe something in the mix with them coming up if it works out. Just a little teaser there. Little teaser there. Cassie Cooper, I'm a chef and want me to send yeast. I would love that for sure. Hit me up, I guess, in Messenger or something. I'll shoot you an address. I'm literally every time I go to the grocery store, I'm looking for yeast to bake bread, and I can't do it. So, hello, Kimberly Liphart, my dear friend from Georgia. I miss you. Do you think DragonCon will happen this year? And if so, will you be attending? So let's work backwards from that. If it happens, I'll definitely go. Hopefully there's no huge outbreak, like a second wave or anything. But man, DragonCon, I feel like all that alcohol we drink at DragonCon's got to kill this virus, right? I mean, it's just gotta. That being said, that many people packed together, like I don't see it happening. I just don't. I don't know. I mean, it's in September. It's May now, so it's about 4 months away. Little under 4 months. I don't know if we're gonna be safe enough to have a gathering that large at this point. I really want to see it happen. I really do. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but man, I mean, of all the things to be canceled, like that's one of the ones that pains me. I have such a fun time with you, Kimberly, and everybody else who comes to DragonCon. I like it's a big party, man, for all us fans, and I think that's one where we can really cut loose and be ourselves, and it's so much fun. So, John Goodwin, who is your favorite Devils player other than Brodeur, Patrick Elias? I gotta go with Zach Parise, and I hate the way he left for Minnesota, and I think the Devils should have kept him, to be honest with you. But man, my heart's with number 9, Zach Parise. I love how, again, he was not a big dude, about my height, but it seemed like every game he went out there and he killed it. And I loved watching him play, and it pained me the day he left. But hey, that's what's going on. Jeremy is still producing play-preview.com live stream theater initiative, and they're raising money for charities. So definitely check that out. My man Connor Metcalf, someday I want to work at Secret Stash. If you can put it with Walt Flanagan, maybe there's a chance for sure. So maybe there's a chance. If you had to be one thing, what would it be? Mr. Freeze or Two-Face? Oof. I mean, they're both such cool villains or such cool characters. They have such tragic stories too, both of them. I'd probably go with Mr. Freeze though. He's got the cooler. I think Mr. Freeze has got. I love dressing up in suits, but like the half and half suit, I think would be a pain in the ass. I know the Mr. Freeze is, he's got to remain Mr. Freeze. He's got the dome. He looks so cool though. He looks awesome. So that's cool. Mikhail Bizzle, when is Clerks 3 filming? I imagine right after they're allowed to. I want to say maybe even this fall they'll be shooting if they're allowed to. So, and Matt Jordan, this is kind of piggybacking on that. How do you see the movie industry playing out moving forward? What changes do you think we may see? I think the movie industry is going to do everything they can to get back to production. If there's no vaccine by then, I think they're going to have to cut down on crews, and I think, geez, even like on-set shooting, they're going to have to sanitize everything. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So I think productions are going to move to smaller scales, maybe like Comic Book Man or Clerks, shooting in one location that they can sanitize after each shot or each day. Smaller crews, more of an indie style production. Like you can't. It's going to be tough to have like 150 person crews going around. Like you got to cut that down to like maybe 10 people and shoot in one location. And yeah, it's going to be tough. But I see smaller productions. I think they're gonna keep going on though. I mean, just try to stop the entertainment industry. Just try to stop any kind of entertainment. It's not gonna happen. So, Leo, how are things going at Coral Sword? Coral Sword is the gaming cafe that I'm a partner of in Houston, Texas. How are things going? They've been doing curbside. You're able to call and order things, and they're still open for takeout right now. So they've been doing a pretty good business. Obviously, again, like the philosophy of a shared universe or any restaurant or cafe, you want people to come in. You need people to come in. You want people to come in and hang out and not only order one drink or food, but to do it over the course of several hours. And gathering and playing games was an important tenet of what we did. So that's sorely missed. But big shout out to Sandy Bledsoe, the manager, the man who keeps it all together over at Coral Sword. He has been working tirelessly to keep things going, to keep sales going. And so we have the best coffee and the coffee drinks in Houston. We have amazing food. We have beer and wine that can be bought and taken out. And you can buy the games too and take them with you. So you can make it a whole package. Buy some food, buy some booze, buy a game, take it back, play with your friends or whatever, or your family, whoever you're quarantined with, and then do it all over again and spread the word. So but we're doing all right. So, Joseph Morning, will you be in Mallrats too? I hope so. I mean, after Kevin put me in Dogma in 1998, where I got to watch Salma Hayek take her clothes off, and I got to be in a scene with Chris Rock and Jane Silent Bob, and he put me on TV. He owes me nothing. So, and he put us in Reboot. So, I mean, I would be hoping that maybe like the Comic Book Man would pop up somewhere in every one of Kevin's movies moving forward, but. I expect nothing if he asks us to come down and maybe do a line or be in the background. I would be down there. I would do that in a heartbeat. Shawa 2020, can I order a curated box, just DC and DC imprints? Not a big Marvel comic book fan. When you order, if you order online, in the comments, put that in your notes. And whenever possible, Mike's been accommodating people's request when he can. Like it might not be exact, but he's a fan too. He's a blind box fan too. He's ordered these as well, so he knows. So TJ Rogue, when are you going to do a new episode of ISO Comics? I have one in the canon right now, which I need to put up, but yeah, me and Mike have to get together virtually. We've been so busy, him over the store packing boxes, me helping people podcast, and yeah, I don't want to say we're lazy or anything, but and then all these virtual cons. The time has been tough, man. So, Evening Ming, have you got any plans to be back on Tell 'em Steve Dave? You have some of the greatest moments in Tell 'em Steve Dave lore, and the Christmas pods are gold. Thank you, Takecast. I appreciate that. I go in when they tell me to come in. So, right now I think they have another guy that they're happily beating up on. His name, we call him Get Him Steve Dave. And I think he's even more messed up than I am, which is which is why he's been on. But inevitably they'll find something that they think I'm screwing up on, and they'll come and grill me on it. So it'll happen, my friend. It'll happen. Of course, we have the Puck Nuts Patreon. We have another episode coming out of that. We did that remotely. Hopefully, it cuts together okay. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll be on there. I'll be on there for sure. Brian Spence checking in on Twitch. Thank you. We're trying to grow our Twitch audience. Hi Ming, hello. Geoffrey, will Walt want reboot of like a comic book man? Don't let him fool you. He had fun on there. You know, maybe he wasn't the guy who maybe he wasn't the guy that, you know, maybe loved being on Comic Book Men and, you know, went gaga about it. But don't let him fool you. I think he had fun. I think he had fun for sure. So let's see. Jumpy Bird tuning in from Twitter. Can you buy me one of Jim Lee's drawings? I don't have enough. So Jim Lee is doing a pretty awesome thing. He's doing sketches and then selling them, and then the proceeds go to comic book retailers in need. They've been going for a lot of money. I have a short, quick Jim Lee sketch will I'll always treasure, but yeah, you're it's a tall order, and if I were to order something, it'd probably be for myself, not being selfish or anything, but hey, come on. But Jay Parker, miss you guys on TV. Glad all's going good with you. Still watch the episodes on Amazon Prime TV. So if you want to watch us again, we're still on Amazon Prime, 96 episodes. Go back and relive the magic. It will be amazing. Pete Bregman, what's up? Love you, Pete. Keep working on that. I have your comic right over here, which is awesome. I saw a message from my friend Tiffany Rice. What's going on, Tiffany? We will get you on a live stream soon, for sure. Brad Vajasaw from Nerdin' Out. Check out the Nerdin' Out comic book store in Rochester, Minnesota. Check out Nerdin' Out Con in Rochester, Minnesota. Will you come back to Rochester, Minnesota? Yes, I will. Nerdin' Out is still, I believe, still on schedule for August. I will be there if it still goes on. And yeah, because I need it's a place down there called the Snappy Stop. They have some of the best hamburgers I've ever eaten. I love Rochester. They have a hidden bar in Rochester. They have great people. They have great food. They have great fandom. And they have a great con. So definitely check that out. AJ Spicer, do you still think the GoBots are the white trash version of the Transformers? No, I think they're the Kmart version of the Transformers, just like Elias said, or Elias defended, just like Randall said in Clerks 2. Never, back then I wasn't really a fan of the GoBots. Now I kind of find them collectible, but they're kind of just to make fun of them, though. That's why I find them collectible. So for sure. Pete Owen, what new Marvel movie are you most looking forward to? Very easy. Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu. That's all there is to it. Can't wait to see Simu Liu kick some ass as Shang-Chi. And I can't wait to see what the costume's going to look like. I can't wait to see the plot. Can't wait to see what other characters are going to be in there. It's going to be pretty amazing. It is awesome. Gus Mucho Gusto Smith. Gus Smith, how are you? Dude, how are you doing? I'm doing great, man. I hope you're doing great as well. Blake Northcott. Blake, we have to get you on soon because your book is coming out. Blake Northcott is one of the most talented comic book writers out there. She has an issue of comic book Catwoman coming out soon. She's one of my favorite people in the world. Go follow her on Twitter and Instagram and grab her book when it comes out. Make sure it rockets up to #1 so she can make more and do more storylines and work on her dream project and everything. Because she is amazing. Sir Rex, what is the most expensive collectible item that you have? So I have a couple of things. I have a Full Metal Captain America shield created by my friends over at Shield Labs and my friend Casey. Check them out. I have a full-size Stormbreaker in the next room made by my friend Jason Parnell. That's worth, I believe he's selling those for about $1,000. And I have a copy of New Mutants 98, graded 9.6. I have a copy of the first Hawkeye, Tales of Suspense 57, I believe, signed by Stan Lee. And I think the one that I can't really put a value on is I have a Back to the Future poster signed by Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, Tom Wilson, and Crispin Glover, and I don't even know what the value on that is. That's one of my most prized possessions as well. I'm currently looking at some very nicely made prop weapons right now, and they're expensive though, and I'm currently, no pun intended, I'm waiting to pull the trigger on them. So, yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Linda Lessman Reinhold, good to see you. Miss you as well, Linda. Tiffany Rice, we will get you on here soon. Tiffany Rice is my favorite spirit medium and one of my favorite friends as well. So, Andrew Hydra Bob Morris, do you remember Tony's tea cakes from Scotland? Of course. I tried to save them as long as I could, but they don't keep very well after a long period of time. So, yeah, Jeremy Otto, my favorite comic book man. Hope there's another iteration of your show in the future. Me too, man. Hope to open up my own shop once the plague dies down. Let me know where you're opening. I would love to visit that. I love seeing new stores go up. I love it. Absolutely. So, Dennis Spencer met me at Astronomicon 2 years ago. I still want to do a trading card for you. I have the one that you made as well. We should work on that. Comic book men trading cards would be cool. So, yeah. Shoot. All right. I'm starving. I go eat something. Wow. You really flooded me with questions here. I really want to get through these. There's like 100 of them here. James Verrigan, just one question, please. James, ask it out. I'll see if I can get to it for sure. Moshi, what's up? I owe you a call for sure. Ashley DiFrancesco, how can you afford a green screen? They're pretty cheap on Amazon. I don't know how quick they'll ship though, but check out Ash on Instagram. She's awesome. I think she's posing up modeling photos again. So that's definitely one from you. One reason for you to follow her on Instagram. I don't know if you're private or not, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Bob Corbeil, what's up? Good to see you. Wow, thank you for flooding me with questions. Thanks for watching all of these. I'll go for longer next time. I'm starving. I was all like hyped up on doing this heroes panel, that it was pretty great. Alice Penitz, we finally trade shirts. We come back to Comic Palooza. Yes. Do we just trade shirts, or do we swap them live? Like, I don't know what the rules are in Texas for that. So, yeah. Hello, Ash. I love you. I love you as well, Ash. Great to see you. Hopefully the kiddos are doing well. Hope you're doing well. So, oh, hey, Rumham, are you still doing Cameo? My buddy's wife is due any day, and I'd love to get a congratulations video from them. Yes, I am on Cameo. You can book this up. Now, initially, like, I was asked to join Cameo, and people were like, and I was like, who's gonna book this? Is anyone gonna book a Cameo from Ming Chen? And so I joined down there and did all the stuff, kind of as a joke, just to see if anyone would book it. And I've been it's been pretty steady. So I might I don't charge a lot, and I think it's some beer money for me. And yeah, if you want me to leave you a message, like on average, I've been leaving like 3-minute long messages for people. So if you hop on the Cameo app, you can go on there and book something if you want. So that'd be fun. I love doing them. So I would love that. Michelle Smo, miss you. I miss you too. So Alex Wolf is on here from Wolf Studios Photography, from the Wolf exotic car transport service, and check out the Wolf podcast, which just launched, for insight on small businesses and what he had to struggle to launch his. He's before all this crumbled, he run, and at most counts, if you go, Wolf's usually running the photo ops where you can get photos of celebrities, and he does a great job. But when no cons this year, it's kind of put a stranglehold on his business. But what did he do? He just started up another one, man. So that's awesome. Hello, Alin, what's up? We need you in the Pacific Northwest. Alin, I love you. I will be back in Seattle or Portland soon, for sure. Joey Tapia, do you ever visit Indiana? Yes, I do. I'm actually spent 7 years in South Bend, so I would love to. I would love to get back there. So, Paul Michael Quilly, is the store going to be okay? I think if these boxes keep flying in, it will. If you have a couple extra bucks, go buy a box. They're amazing. Nisa Lopez, what's up? My first celebrity photo op. I wonder if you still have that photo for sure. That is awesome. Victor Lau, how much do you love the guys from the Chew on This and Nerds United podcast? I love you guys. I love being on with you guys. I can't wait to be back with you again. So, Derek Archie asked a good question. Would you be up for being a guest on a podcast? So, something Mike Mike Zapsik and I have been doing, just kind of as a service and as kind of a thank you, is we've been appearing on other people's podcasts. So, if you go to ashareduniverse.com, you can book us up. You can get both of us to guest on your podcast. It's a very low fee and very reasonable. And we'll be on your podcast for an hour. We've done over 30 of them at this point, and they've been great. So for the price of a couple beers, you can book me and Mike on your podcast for sure. So Derek, we would love to be on with you. Again, that address is ashareduniverse.com. And yeah, Rich Ankney, you ready to Rickroll the world with me? Check out Rick Rolls America. Unfortunately, he had to put a stop to his nationwide comics and gaming store tour, but he'll be back up. I have no doubt about that. So, Jimmy Lee, if everything comes back to normal with conventions, I should bring you back out to Michigan, dude. I would come back just for the food. Check out China Express in Monroe, Michigan. Amazing. I mean, I forgot. He's authenticated the autograph on that photo. Oh my god, the that thing with the stickers. So. That's a long story. That's a story for another podcast. Would you guys do more comic book when if asked? Absolutely, 1,000%, 1,000,000%. Yes, for sure. Comics with Bueller being good to see you. Do you ever think the Jedi aircraft carrier will ever be released? What a great question. I never thought about that. I love the vintage one. It's amazing. I wonder what it would take to produce another round of aircraft carriers, and then I would wonder what it would cost. Like they made that huge ass Jabba's sail barge, which I wish I got. Hasbro did, and they had no problem doing that. They did it as a fundraiser. So I think if they did crowdsourcing for the aircraft carrier, they would make a bunch of money, man. And I would totally be in. Let's get a campaign to re-release the USS Flag. Why not? Why not, man? For sure. So, all right. Who would win in a Thunderdome, Ming or Bryan? Bryan's lost a ton of weight, but I don't know how that muscle tone stayed up. So I think I could take him. So, all right. All right. I gotta get something to eat. I will be back. This is so much fun. Thank you for helping me test out the green screen, and I got the whole setup here. So, I'm gonna be gone, but not for long, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are amazing, and stay safe, everybody. Don't get sick. Don't get sick because there's going to be cons coming out and movies and toys and all this stuff. And I want you guys to be alive for all that. So, all right. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very, very much.